Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Piyush, and today we have a very special guest with us who has made a name in the tech industry at just 17 years of age. That's right. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to our guest, Devarshi Shimpi, in 3, 2, 1. Hello Devarshi, how are you doing today?
Hi, doing good, absolutely good.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you. So maybe we'll start with a little bit of introduction of yourself, and then we'll move on with our questions for today.
Yeah, so myself Devarshi, I am currently in studying in grade 12th and I started the coding at the age of 8. And now I am a full stack web developer, UI UX developer, technical writer and DevOps and open source enthusiast as well. And I love entrepreneurship, community management, community leadership and freelancing a lot. In the past few years, I have acquired a lot of skills and implemented many open source projects.
Wow, that's quite an introduction. Like you started coding at the age of 8. Right? When I was at that age, I was worrying about which video game should I play next, or which kite should I fly now? Where should I go now and to play and just doing the time pass. I never really thought I could do these things as well. So that's quite impressive. So what motivated you or what inspired you to start your coding journey at this young age?
So I had access to Google,
Mhm.
Wikipedia, MIT App Inventor, and Scratch during that time since my Windows computer had family safety locked on it.
Okay.
So these were the only few websites I could access. With these resources, I was able to learn no-code app building, and that got me interested. Along with that, our school resources also had MIT App Inventor
Mhm.
and Scratch building basic apps. So yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what like by any chance do you remember the first app or the early apps that you built at that time?
Yeah, I had a mindset to not depend on third-party
Hmm.
providers since my childhood. Like anything third party,
Hmm.
everything I would do would be by myself. So hence I got the idea to build my own app store. No coding building platforms like MIT App
Hmm.
Inventor during that time was really easy for me. Obviously, that would be the case for a modern app, but to start, that was really great. Now the problem was with this app store, similar to Play
Hmm.
Store, I need apps on.
Okay.
I need to support apps on it. So to overcome this, I decided to build my own Android apps using App Inventor.
Okay.
I created a bunch of them like simple calculator, calendar, to-do app, and more like Office suite.
Wow.
That got me exposed to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I started learning basic
Hmm.
HTML and CSS with this website called as W3
Hmm. Yep.
Schools, and it got me a lot of coding concepts with its own built-in
Hmm.
editor. So I had the huge interest in designing stuff. So back in the days, Bootstrap was the most popular CSS
Hmm.
framework. Now too, it's popular, but there's more variety of options like
Yep.
Tailwind CSS, Uno CSS, and
Hmm.
etc. So I started building proper coded websites as well.
Okay. Wow. So you started it and then you thought, why don't I build my own app store? And then you build apps to
Yep.
support those app stores. So okay, that's so we are getting somewhere. So guys, if you are watching this, so we'll be talking a lot of interesting things. So make sure you watch the video till the end because this is just the beginning and this is just the tip of the iceberg. We will uncover a lot of amazing facts about Devarshi and how he has accomplished all those things. So stay tuned for that. So Dev, my next question to you would be: okay, now that you got some basics, you got the idea, you did hands-on projects on few programming languages. When did you think that now it is the right time to build something valuable or to build something that would be your next big project?
So I think I got the fundamentals and the advanced concepts in web
Hmm.
development when I was 12.
Okay.
And that's also when I created my GitHub account and got familiar with version control.
Okay.
That almost took me about a week to understand GitHub,
Hmm.
Markdown, and different pull requests, GitHub issues, and
Okay.
etc. So following that, I started practicing simple projects like to-do app, calculator and
Mhm.
stuff. But this time, the same exact thing what I did in App
Mhm.
Inventor, no code. But this time, we using building it using code and building a proper
Oh.
website. Uh, Previously to Git, I was just hosting on Google
Mhm.
Drive. That's the best way. I
Mhm.
mean, I wasn't really exposed to version
Mhm.
control, so I was storing them on Google Drive so that I could access it
Mhm.
anywhere,
Yep.
anytime. That I never followed along any course to build any of
Mhm.
this. It was challenging but great as
Mhm.
well. That got me the core understanding of
Mhm.
building the front end
Yep.
websites. So this is where I thought freelancing and trying to work with real world use
Mhm.
cases from different clients would be the next step. Again, everything without following along a particular course or a roadmap. I built this on my own, the
Mhm.
roadmap, and that's how I did.
That's amazing. So this is another example of why you don't really rely on the expensive boot camps. You don't need to pay for those expensive boot camps. You have everything available free of cost, and you just have to have that dedication in mind. You have to have that mindset that yes, I have to learn something, and everything is there available to you. There is free code camp. There is a lot of websites that's providing valuable resources. There's YouTube, and there is amazing resources available. So you just need to know where to look for it, right? And that's it. You don't have to pay for a lot of money for that. So and Devarshi is the live example of it. So you also mentioned like you started doing freelancing, and you got some clients. So can you tell us a bit about it, like how did you got your clients and which platform you used to get your freelancing gigs?
So the first few months were initially really tough. I got my first client after 3 months of starting with freelancing. I didn't even know of what freelancing was when I
Mm-hmm.
started it. So all I got, as I said earlier, I was just trying to build some real world use cases, and then while searching stuff on Google, I came across the word freelancing, which in short just says uh, freelancing to like building projects, and
Mm-hmm.
then people hire
Yep.
you temporarily to pay you for that.
Yep.
So I thought that would be a good source of income as
Mm-hmm.
well. So I kept the price initially very low, and I started getting
Mm-hmm.
clients. Then I increased it slowly and
Mm-hmm.
steadily. I got my clients through GitHub, through my
Oh.
GitHub profile, through my LinkedIn, from my Upwork profile, and some relatives. Uh, my GitHub profile was the major one of them, wherein I showcase most of my open source
Mm-hmm.
contributions to different code bases like
Mm-hmm.
websites and different projects I've worked with.
Mm-hmm.
Upwork was the most challenging since I had to submit my past experience and
Mm-hmm.
skills to the person who is looking to hire as a
Okay.
freelancer. So I had over 25 plus clients till now, but recently have taken a break from
Okay.
it due to other
Mm-hmm.
projects. Most of the tasks were simple websites like hotel management
Mm-hmm.
website, WordPress hosting,
Okay.
fixing cloud hosting issues like
Mm-hmm.
DNS certificate,
Yep.
and maybe deploying it to the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So you do get paid for your contribution on GitHub as well, right? Like people always ask this question, and you have given a perfect example of it. Yes. So they get paid if you do enough open source contribution. If your profile is active, if you add relevance, skill, and your past experience on your profile, then yes, you get paid through your GitHub profile as well, and other platforms you have already mentioned like Upwork, LinkedIn, and all those things. That's good to know. Now moving on to your next experience, like you mentioned, you have also have some experience working with cloud and DevOps. So what all cloud providers have you used, and did you do any certification by any chance?
Yeah, so I started initially with
Mm-hmm.
Azure when I was 13. Just the moment I ended with web development, like not ended,
Mm-hmm.
but I had during that time I had core concepts of
Mm-hmm.
HTML, CSS, and
Yep.
JavaScript. I didn't touch Node.js back
Mm-hmm.
then, even till then, but I did work with
Okay.
Bootstrap. So then I thought, why not try to deploy this on cloud? And I thought Azure and the other cloud providers is the great option. That got me interested to DevOps.
Okay.
So I started with Azure and then moved to GCP and AWS as
Wow.
well. So I explored on my
Mm-hmm.
own. As I previously said, never followed a particular
Mm-hmm.
roadmap like you would usually fight uh, uh, for a particular role, a
Mm-hmm.
DevOps role, or a particular
Yep.
certification. So rather, I built my own roadmap. That roadmap was just simple: keep exploring until your curiosity doesn't end, and that never
Mm-hmm.
did. So I just kept exploring different
Mm-hmm.
services. Uh, Obviously, they provide the cloud trial, and that helped
Mm-hmm.
me the free
Yep.
trial. So that helped
Mm-hmm.
me. So I explored various different services on Azure and the same on
Mm-hmm.
GCP and
Okay.
AWS. didn't take time after switching to GCP and AWS from Azure. So the first one takes much
Yeah.
longer time.
Okay.
I did work with few managed cloud providers like
Mhm.
DigitalOcean, Vultr, and Linode as
Okay.
well. And I have done a couple of Google Cloud Skill Boost
Mhm.
batches, many of them actually, almost 30 to 40 of them.
Okay.
Along with that, I have done the Microsoft AZ400 DevOps Expert
Wow.
exam.
Okay, so you did that. Like, when did you do it? Like the certification exam?
Yeah, I did it a few months ago when I was 16.
Wow. So, do you know, like, you could be the youngest one to get that certification done? I mean, Microsoft doesn't, keep a record of the age limit of or the age of the candidates, those who have registered for it. But I don't personally know anyone at this age who has done this certification exam. So you could be the youngest one, and congratulations to you, and hats off to you for doing all those things at such a young age. So that's really
Yeah,
impressive.
thank you.
Yeah. Moving on to that, like while working with cloud, like there are different aspects of cloud, right? You have data engineering domain, you have AI ML path, you have administration, networking, and all those things. Have you ever considered going into a specific path such as security or anything else?
Yeah, that's really crucial points. I've explored virtual machines and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Along with that, yes, security is a major concern which has been since for me since start.
Hmm.
Um, I'm ranked in the top 4% on Try Hack Me, the
Okay.
platform for cybersecurity testing and penetrating like different labs on the
Okay.
platform. So while developing an application, I just don't develop it. I
Mm-hmm.
rather learn the right steps of deploying it as
Mm-hmm.
well. So the once you develop an application, you need to also learn how to deploy it to production so that you don't face any
Mm-hmm.
issues. So here's what I did. I built my own
Mm-hmm.
websites, made them sure they're ready for
Mm-hmm.
production. After deploying, I tried attacking my own
Okay.
servers and then for security issues. And that got me interest to
Oh.
ethical hacking and
Mm-hmm.
cybersecurity. Then I practiced many labs on TryHackMe and got exposed to core concepts of Linux,
Mm-hmm.
different tools used in it, and of course used Kali Linux.
Okay.
Uh, Considering DDoS protection, API rate
Mm-hmm.
limiting, firewall management, load balancing, and many more.
What are the different ways through which you have done your community contribution or maybe open source contribution?
I am a trusted member on the Dev2, a trusted member and tag moderator on the platform called as
Okay.
Dev2, with over 1 million users plus of community
Mm-hmm.
users. So I am also the founder of ByteMakers
Okay.
community, community manager, the founder of
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm also part of the growing committee core team
Mm-hmm.
member. I'm also part of the Cloud Ops committee as a core team
Mm-hmm.
member. Apart from that, I am part of many more
Mm-hmm.
communities like 4C community, Eddie Hub,
Yeah.
uh, and I have been attending few offline events and also I'm part of the GDG Mumbai group, CNCF Thane and KCD
Oh,
Mumbai.
that's
Then I
quite a lot.
started, yeah,
That's quite a lot. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Please carry on.
yeah, then I started with blogging
Mm-hmm.
and I have over 3,000 followers on Dev2.
Amazing.
I wrote around 10 to 15
Mm-hmm.
blogs in the mid of
Uh-huh.
2022. Then I took a break, then again started with different tutorials in the form of blogs and
Okay.
videos. In the mid of 2023, a few months
Mm-hmm.
back, I decided to resume them. Uh, then I have been contributing to different open source simple projects. I started open source contribution in the in the start of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started slowly. I started leveling up. By the start of 2023, I leveled up to contribute to CNCF project, Microsoft open source project, and large scale projects
Mm-hmm.
wherein the open source contributions are actually worth contributing and you are sustaining a highly production level project which is used by billions of users every day.
That's amazing. So, like few years from now, I wouldn't be amazed if you build your own Kubernetes system. I wouldn't be amazed. I'm pretty sure you would do it. So you are already contributing through a lot of communities, blogging platforms, and whatnot. And you also, like, I guess you forgot to mention, you also started your own YouTube channel as well. So whoever is watching this, I'll paste all the links in the description to do check it out. Do subscribe to his channel as well. So he recently started a series on DigitalOcean. So if you are someone who is enthusiast and looking to learn DigitalOcean, feel free to check it out. It's pretty amazing, and he will be adding a lot of new playlists, new tutorials in coming few months, I'm sure. So you already have like 3000 plus subscriber on blog.to. That's pretty impressive number for someone at your age and who already created like 10 to 15 blogs. What advice would you like to give to someone who is starting, who just started the technical blogging on any of the platforms?
Yeah, so dev.to is a amazing platform. The initial tip is to choose a topic you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was full stack web development, regarding open source, maybe Git, or maybe regarding
Mm-hmm.
DevOps, regarding maybe AWS, Azure. So choose a particular topic you want to write
Okay.
on. Then I think you should plan the content of topics. Like if you're writing a series, you need to make sure you plan that in
Mm-hmm.
advance before writing the blog. That would mess up your
Yep.
series. Then write valuable and engaging
Mm-hmm.
articles. Make sure you use plenty of
Mm-hmm.
markdown, like heading, subheading,
Mm-hmm.
images, all the good stuff what markdown
Mm-hmm.
provides. And then you obviously should promote your blog across the various social media. That can be LinkedIn, Twitter, Reddit,
Okay.
and all the different social media
Mm-hmm.
platforms.
That's pretty
Yes.
amazing advice. Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
think, and then moving on, choosing the right platform for blogging is really important as
Mm-hmm.
well. So, in my case, I have used Dev2 and Hashnode for the most part. I am planning to write on Medium. I mean, I cross post my blogs across all the two
Mm-hmm.
platforms, both the platforms. But and cross-porting simply does is adds another source of search on the Google search engine, or maybe any Bing or any search
Yeah.
engine. So cross-porting helps brings users across various platforms, maybe from the Hashnode community, Dev2 community, or the Medium community. Considering what platform to use is quite a key
Okay.
concept. So for Dev2, maximum blogs written there are the audience there is mostly about web development and beginner friendly content, like maybe about Git and open
Mm-hmm.
source. Hashnode is in general community, like you can feel free to write on any
Mm-hmm.
topic you like.
Mm-hmm.
And Medium is great for cloud and DevOps related
Okay.
blogs. So I also need to start publishing on Medium. But yeah, so considering for the number of views you get for every blog, the amount of reach, the number of viewers you get for your blog, Dev2 and Medium definitely has a lot than Hasnode. It's quite better optimized for the SEO search engine.
Okay. Okay. That's something that yes, definitely. If you are someone who is starting your journey in technical blogging, then that's really a piece of advice that you would keep in mind while doing it. Thank you, Devarshi, for that. So I see you are sweating already because it's guys, it's on me because I have asked him to stop his fan because it was having some background noise. But we'll wrap this session up very soon, and you can have your fan back. Sorry about that, Devarshi, once again. So
Yeah, that's fine.
like what is the biggest project you are working on right now? Like can you tell us a couple of your projects? I'm sure it would be more than one project, as far as I know you. So would you like to share anything about your recent projects?
Yes, so in the past, I've worked with like previously I was working with proprietary softwares. I've worked with few Windows
Mm-hmm.
applications, and then um, by the mid of 2022, I got interest of contributing to building open source
Okay.
projects uh, and growing them. Like just because I felt open source is much a better way, keeps the application
Mm-hmm.
secure. Anyone can contribute and add more features.
Yeah.
That exposes me to many more feature ideas, bug requests, maybe something that I couldn't find in my code base,
Mm-hmm.
but someone else finds it.
Okay.
So that's where I started a project called it
Mm-hmm.
Notesify. uh, this was simply an open source alternative to Evernote. We developed for it around 6 to 7 months, and we even crossed 100 plus
Oh.
stars on GitHub. Uh, and then in the later part, due to inactivity, we decided to archive this project. And I just kind of felt that this is more of a notes app. Let's build something
Mm-hmm.
better. So here's where I started. So I was working with a hackathon during that
Mm-hmm.
time. So I submitted a project called as Static Storm.
Okay.
So what this initially
Mm-hmm.
does is explaining the core of the project. What this does is similar to Vercel, wherein you you deploy your application. So we built a front end and a back end for it, and then basically you select your GitHub repository which you want to deploy. You select the framework and the settings for your
Okay.
project. What node version do you want to use? Is it based on
Mm-hmm.
React? Is it vanilla CSS, vanilla
Mm-hmm.
JS, or is it based on Vue.js,
Mm-hmm.
etc. And then you click on the deploy button. Now what it does is it deploys on the project was the hackathon was hosted on
Okay.
Dev2 in collaboration with Linode.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to make use of Linode on this. So what we did is we used Linode to host our uh, the
Mm-hmm.
containers, and what we did is we used Nginx to host our websites on the platform, like our Vercel host static
Okay.
website. So basically we created a static hosting website, and used uh, we used Nginx in the form of different ports. So the every port
Okay.
would, yeah, Vercel does it in a much better
Mm-hmm.
way. But as a project for hackathon, I think that was pretty
Okay.
great. Following that, I created a few Discord bots. One of them was a basic
Mm-hmm.
moderation bot. I took this open source as well,
Mm-hmm.
and the code is there on GitHub. This is still maintained. Doesn't need much of
Mm-hmm.
maintenance, but yeah, that's another
Yeah.
project. Um,
That.
that is command like
Mm-hmm.
kicking someone from the
Mm-hmm.
server, banning them,
Yeah.
muting them, and also auto moderating the
Mm-hmm.
server. So basically, uh, any sort of spam in the server or
Mm-hmm.
any suspected user joins the server, so it just takes the right
Yeah.
action.
So.
Then I created another Discord bot. I mean, Discord bot is one of the best way to learn JavaScript,
Mm-hmm.
TypeScript, or even Python.
Yeah.
So I used discord.js to build it in this
Mm-hmm.
case. Uh, so I built like a backup bot. So what it initially does is backups all the messages of Discord to Discord server to any database of your
Yeah.
choice. I use MongoDB in my
Mm-hmm.
case since I work with Mern
Mm-hmm.
Stack. So that basically backs up all the messages to MongoDB and stores it. And
Mm-hmm.
then from there, I replicated the backup on MongoDB to many more
Okay.
servers. So in case the MongoDB has a
Yeah.
failure, I have many more backups of it, keeping the application production ready.
Amazing.
This source code for this application, I kept it closed
Mm-hmm.
source. I would be planning to make this open source as well.
That's amazing.
So yeah,
That's
yeah. Following
mhm.
that,
Okay, okay. Yeah, please,
yeah,
please carry on.
yeah. Following that, I continued with Tailwind
Mm-hmm.
Craft. I am planning on this. Like, there's not much done on this
Mm-hmm.
project, so I can't say
Yep.
much on this. This is going to be a fun open source project made in the
Mm-hmm.
future. Uh, there's another called as
Mm-hmm.
Repocraft. Uh, I'll provide the link to it very soon. We are planning to release it maybe this
This
week
week,
or so, or
amazing.
maybe the next
Yeah.
month. And this is going to go totally open
Okay.
source. Great concepts, ideas, helping developers, helping DevOps
Mm-hmm.
enthusiasts, helping every sort of the
Mm-hmm.
developer ecosystem
Okay.
work with the project much better. So yeah, and I we are having a website on GitHub as
Mm-hmm.
well. So like all our repositories and all, and we'll be launching it very soon.
So I casually asked you if you are working on a couple of projects, and you already elaborated a lot of projects that you are working on, and I'm sure they would be pretty big hit, like your all previous works. And those who are watching this video, if you are part of our cloud ops community on Discord server, the bots that we are running on, so it's they all are created by Devarshi. It's all built in house by him. Like we have the backup bot that he mentioned, the auto moderation bot, all those bots he built and he set it up over there in the Discord server. So if you are part of the server, you are already interactive with those bots in the real time. Okay, so you also mentioned that you have participated in hackathon. You submitted some great project ideas to that, like Static Storm, right? So, like, how many hackathons have you participated with?
Yes, I have won 9 of those hackathons till
Oh,
now. I have won few of them offline and few of them online,
okay.
notably on the Dev2
Mm-hmm.
platform, on
Mm-hmm.
DevPost and few more platforms, and few offline in the Mumbai region as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's amazing. So you won. So you won 9 of those. That's pretty great. So for someone who is starting out, who's looking into getting the active participation is hackathon, what do you suggest or recommend, like how one should get started with it, and any tips would be helpful over here.
Yeah, so while starting with a project, initially you need to decide what project you build. That can't be just a Twitter clone or maybe
Mm-hmm.
Instagram clone or something
Yeah,
like that. That needs to be valuable project. Focus on the
sure.
topic. So the hackathons usually focus on particular topic. That can be the healthcare
Mm-hmm.
industry, the security industry, or any sort of
Mm-hmm.
particular industry to
Mm-hmm.
work with. Maybe if it's in general, you're free to
Mm-hmm.
build anything what you
So
feel like. Maybe the
basically something
Yeah.
that solves a particular problem or a set of problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And then maybe the hackathon is collaborated with some company, as I
Mm-hmm.
previously said, that one was collaborated with Lenore. So you need to make sure you use that provider. The steps for that will obviously be mentioned in the hackathon, like what all you need to integrate and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So get your project idea ready. Then while submitting it, few of the hackathons are submitted via blogs.
Okay.
So make sure you write a particular markdown
Mm-hmm.
blog. The same tips as I previously said, while writing a blog, mention the key points of the hackathon. What solutions, what problems did
Yeah.
it solve? What tech stack are you using? If it's partnered with a company, make sure you highlight the company's use
Mm-hmm. Okay.
cases. Like, oh yeah, this company has this done this and
Okay.
that, and this is how I utilize this product built by
Mm-hmm.
them. And if that's a video, keep the video short, about 1 to 2 minutes, depending on how long the requirement is. In general, that's 1 to 2 minutes
Okay.
long. Uh, Keep your camera maybe in the left or right, bottom right corner with the screen share, and sharing a live demo of the
Okay.
hackathon. With the camera, I think that's the usual ones, like keeping having a well lit background room,
Mm-hmm.
etc. You don't need to be perfect,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's all. And the branding of hackathons, like you need to mention maybe this type of boost the chances of winning in a hackathon by just mentioning in your readme that okay, this project was part of
Mm-hmm.
this
Okay.
hackathon. So this way the judges kind of get work with
Okay,
that.
that's amazing. Yeah, that's the things that we wanted to know. I wish we had more time, but we are running out of time, and it's late for you as well. So, I will take your leave for now, but we will definitely be collaborating in the future. And I wish you all the best for all your upcoming projects, Repocraft, the other projects, and all your upcoming learnings and future goals. I wish you all the best for that, and we'll keep in touch, and maybe we'll have a small demo of your project once it is released, once it is launched.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. The website to sign up for the beta release is already out.
Okay.
So signing up with the email and then providing your email, and then once
Mm.
the beta version is released
Okay.
out, you will be notified via email for our latest project. So
Awesome.
this project is actually in Teams,
Okay.
so Repocraft, so you'll be notified to use
Awesome.
it.
So I'll share all the links. Just provide me all the links that we have discussed, and I will share all the links in the description so that people could go and have a look. Even your GitHub profile, your YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and everything, so that they can connect with you as well if they have any further question. So thank you once again, and thank you everyone for watching the video till now. And if you have any questions for Devarshi, for me, let me know in the comment section below, or you can reach out to him as well, and we will try to answer as soon as possible. So thank you once again, and thank you very much, Devarshi. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. It was great for the session with you.
Same here, buddy.